One of the biggest issues I hear from people about red pentas is that they have a tendency to get leggy and they can look like this from below. So there's two things you can do in this situation. First is trim the leggy section back because it will push out new growth. And the sections that you trim, just shove down below the plant so it can decompose right there and put the nutrients back in the soil. And now this plant will push out new growth. You can see it already is right there, and it'll fill in from the bottom and grow up again. Now, I wouldn't do this to all of them at the same time in your garden because then you won't have any. But pick one plant at a time and just trim it down and it'll grow back in. It'll grow back. The other option is to plant something in front of it. Like I have this border grass here. So it blocks the ugly lower part of the plant and all you see are the red flowers up top. But it's still beneficial to trim the plants back regularly and deadhead them. Now, if you live in a northern climate and you're thinking to yourself, well, I'd really love to have those pentas, but I'm not tropical or subtropical. They do fabulously in pots. You can be tropical and subtropical in the summer, and then in the winter, just move them and their pot inside and keep it at a bright window, and it'll do just fine. And then you can move it back out in the spring and summer again the following year. It's a fabulous thing, and they do fabulously in pots. Like this one right here, I have potted with some milkweed and some wild petunia. And you can see it is perfectly content here in this pot. Now, finding them up north is a whole nother thing. I don't do mail order of my plants I grow, nor does the nectary. But there are a few viewers on my channel who have been able to find them and get them mail ordered. Those of you who are not nearby, if you're nearby, just go to the nectary because I grow the red pentas and sell them there. But check and make sure they have them in stock before you come if you're coming from far away. There are some viewers who have found places to order them. So if you're one of those viewers, post in the comments where you found them so that other people can go get some as well. When you're shopping for pentas, make sure you look for the heirloom variety because the dwarf variety, even though they're beautiful, they don't grow as tall and they don't have the high nutrient content of the original nectar of the heirlooms. Heirlooms are not easy to find. You're not likely going to find them at your big box stores. So check with your smaller local nurseries and ask for them. If they don't have them, they might be able to get them for you. These perennial plants bloom year-round for me, but they don't do well if we get a freeze. So if there's a freeze coming, what I do with my plants to protect them is I will cut them way down, like we just trimmed this one down, and then cover them. It's a lot easier to cover and securely cover and blanket a lower to the ground plant, and it also keeps them near the surface of the warmth that's going to help them survive. They will grow back and be just as beautiful, so don't worry about cutting them back because you're doing it to protect them and keep them here for future beautiful gardening days. And of course, one of the key benefits of including heirloom red pentas in your garden is they are a butterfly magnet. You might see guests like these guys, eastern black swallowtails, spicebush swallowtails, monarch butterflies, giant swallowtails, Gulf fritillaries, eastern tiger swallowtails, And the pipevine swallowtails, they absolutely love the red pentas. Look at this gorgeous pipevine swallowtail. Looks like it just eclosed today. It is perfection. And it has been all over the red pentas in my garden. Everybody loves the red pentas. It would be a fabulous add to your butterfly garden. Red pentas were with me in the beginning when I first started butterfly gardening many years ago. I have always had them in my garden. I will admit they have been harder and harder to find because I started gardening before they came out with the dwarf varieties, and all you could get were the tall original heirlooms. And then somebody decided, no, we need the dwarf ones, and they're just not as good as far as the butterflies are concerned. And me, I like the original heirlooms. I hope you've enjoyed this video. My name is Susan. I am a butterfly gardener. My entire backyard has been transformed in a garden that is designed just for butterflies. So if you want to learn more about that, subscribe to my channel. If you've enjoyed this video, tap the like button. And if you want to be in the inner butterfly gardening circle, join the milkweed crew. And I'll see you in my next video. Happy butterfly gardening.